All righty, sir, counsel, I believe this matter is set for today. Hang on 2 seconds, let me pull my 652. It's set today for a trial announcement. So we'll address that matter. Since you and your client are here. 88, Han, you ready to proceed? Han Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, you ready to proceed?
To proceed as to the trial announcement or
Yes,
to
sir.
proceed as to trial?
Trial announcement.
Yes, for trial announcement.
Okay. 88 Han, can you hear him?
Yes, Your Honor, I can hear.
Okay, very good. All righty. Parties approach and identify court cause number 652-322, State of Texas versus David Ybarra. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
Jose Rocha for David Ibarra, Your Honor.
And are you David Ybarra?
Yes, ma'am.
Let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session and the courtroom with his attorney. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this? And we are here for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, state is ready.
State is being ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
No, Your Honor, for several reasons.
Okay.
The first is that I did not receive notice for this hearing with more than 3 days. In fact, I received notice of this hearing 24 hours ago, less than that. Second, we have a second motion for withdrawal because my client has asked for me no longer represent him and would like another court-appointed attorney to be appointed to him. And third, Your Honor, we do have a motion to recuse that is on file.
Do you have a motion for continuance on file?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay, and you're saying you're not ready. Attorney ADA Han Martinez, do you have the motion for continuance?
Judge, I see that one has been filed. I don't have a physical copy of it, but I see that one has been on file.
Alrighty, will you go ahead and be able to pull that up to take a look at it?
No, Judge, I do not know how to do that.
You do not have the capacity to do that?
I do not. I may have the capacity. I do not personally have the capacity to do that.
Was it e-filed? It was e-filed, right, sir?
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
Okay.
And it was, the district attorney's office was served. This court was served along with the court coordinator.
Well,
Judge, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to imply that Mr. Rocha did not properly e-service us, just that I personally did not get a copy of it. I'm sure that he properly served the DA's office at our service email that I do not know how to access. So sorry, Mr. Rocha.
No problem. No, the purpose of the motion to continue is so that the
Okay.
court would have it in writing that my office nor myself received any type of notice from this court until less than 24 hours ago. And I was set in several different courts today. My client nonetheless showed up before 9 o'clock and has been waiting to be released since then. In addition to that, and before this, we did file what is been labeled as the second motion to withdraw.
Yes, sir.
We're urging this court to allow my client to be given another counsel, because he does not want me to represent him in this case.
Okay. And counsel, you realize there is no signature of your client or indicating receipt or his request and the motion to withdraw, the second motion to withdraw. There's
Your
no
Honor,
signature.
The first motion to withdraw, we held it in person in this courtroom, where he stated that he did not want me to represent him anymore, and he would like to have another counsel. Nonetheless, because of these irreconcilable differences, we had to file another motion to withdraw. However, if the court would like, he can sign the document right now.
Do you recall when that first motion to withdraw was
I don't
heard?
recall at this time, Your Honor, but it was denied by this court, and I was urging the court to reconsider. And that is the purpose for the second motion to withdraw.
Let me see. Bless you. Mhm. I'm going to go ahead and suspend this matter for a minute. I need to do some, find some information. ADA Han Martinez, is the reason why you cannot access the motion for continuance or documents that have been served to the DA's office is because?
The DA's office has a different email address for e-service of documents that are filed. That is not the same as my email address with the county. So whatever manner there is of accessing that service email, I do not have.
Okay, I'll suspend this record. As well as suspend the record, you'll be able to find out how you'll be able to access that, okay? Thank you. Ms. Luna, would you please come on up here?
Yes, Judge.
You have the cause number? Yes. Yes, would you look, I believe that we had a hearing on the motion for continuance. There was a motion for continuance regarding a civil matter. And there was also the, would you please be able to go ahead and provide documentation for your reset for the August 22, 2022?
Yes, let me go ahead.
Okay, please. I just need to go ahead and be able to get the date. Yes. Counsel, if
Yes,
you,
Your Honor.
if you and your client would be kind enough to go ahead and have a seat there at the defense table, and we'll probably be able to get to the microphone. Counsel, while we're waiting, I'm going to take a couple of other matters up. Attorney Joseph Strickland, good afternoon, sir.
Hi, Judge. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm great. I was just popping in to visit about something if you have time, but I'm happy to wait around for a while.
Okay, not a problem. Are you, is the matter on docket?
It was this morning on it was number 13 on your docket, I think, Judge.
Appreciate that, thank you. Gotcha. Alrighty, Counsel, if you will go ahead and call the court and have them bring that file back up, I will appreciate it.
Oh, okay. Can do.
Thank you. Attorney Cruella.
Good afternoon, Judge. It's Monica Corrala here on behalf of George Rodriguez, who was set this morning, and I do apologize. I was stuck in multiple courts doing pleas. If I can confer with the state, please, on this matter.
Okay.
Judge, I'm happy to confer.
Oh, I thought you were checking on something. I was going to ask ADA Victor Hernandez to see if you can jump in the back room to confer with.
They're going to
Cruella?
be emailing me the motion, so I'm just waiting on that.
Oh, okay. All righty. You're waiting on that. Okay. All righty. ADA, okay, you have it. Okay, you should have got your invitation,
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Cruella. Thank you. ADA Hernandez on the De Los Santos case. Deputy, can we get a microphone to ADA Hernandez? ADA Hernandez, that small microphone right there. No, sir. It's a small one for. Yeah. Green is on, red is off.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to mute, is red. If you're speaking, green, okay?
Okay, sure.
All righty. Oh, Attorney Strickland, are you here for the motion for continuance that you filed today? That was filed by this Trey Porter's office today?
Well, we did file that, Judge. I mean, all we really want to do is get this case set for a plea.
Okay, so
We don't
I
really want-
asked for a date for a plea,
Okay. We
It's
have
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's good. We've got a vacation letter in the next 2 weeks, so I'm looking at the first week of October.
Let me see if that's within 2 weeks.
And is y'all's kind of best day Friday, Judge? I know Thursdays are busy.
Yeah, so. Council, the 4th or the 7th?
The 7th would be great, Judge.
Okay, hang on 2 seconds. Let's take a look at that. Is your client with you?
He's not, Judge.
All right, if you just go ahead and call your client, have him jump on Zoom, please.
Okay, let me see if I can get a hold of him, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Rowe, if you'll be kind enough to go ahead and call Mr. Khan. He files, so ask him if he's coming back to the court. All righty. And sir, you, if you stand, what is your name? Okay. Yes, sir. You're waiting for your attorney to plead. Good, okay. Thank you. Okay, keep trying to get a hold of him. You do? Okay. Would you look for where the, is this the one for the motion for, to, did you hear that, the motion to, withdraw?
Recording in progress. Recording in progress. Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
Yes, if you would. Why don't you cut and paste it in email? No, I don't think we need to do that. You can go ahead and give it. Yeah, just do that. Or print it, hard copy. Would it be faster, hard copy? Okay, do that. Okay. Attorney Cox will be right with you.
Thank you, Judge.
State if you will pull up cause number 674-368, 674-368.
Yes, Judge, I have it.
Okay. The court reporter is just finishing up a task and then we'll get on record.
Did Mr. Cox want to confer on this first, or?
Counsel?
Yes, please.
Okay.
See you in there.
Attorney Cruella,
Yes, Your Honor.
you sound a little far away.
Hi, Judge. I'm so sorry. I
Okay,
don't think
not
my
a
mic
problem.
is very powerful. I had an opportunity to confer with the state on George Rodriguez, and they did extend an offer or a couple offers. I need to convey those to my client and see if he wants to accept one of them or if he wants to go to trial. So if I can be given some time to confer with him on that issue.
What's that class number, please?
Cause number is going to be 686399.
Are you here for Stephen Beretta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is a pretrial conference hearing, and so today, as I had mentioned to you, I believe you appeared for this person before, this defendant before, is to let me know how we're going to dispose of this case, by trial or by plea. So if you wish to go ahead and confer with your client, please go ahead and then come on back and let me know how we're going to dispose of this case. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, I understand. ADA Harm Martinez,
Yes, Judge.
you have submitted a motion to dismiss with 2 check boxes. I am understanding, and I believe we have mentioned perhaps before, if you'd like to go ahead and contact the court at 2573 and speak with the clerk there regarding that matter, you can.
Okay.
All righty. Make sure you mention to her you have 2 check boxes, okay, on the motion to dismiss.
I approach the bench when you have an opportunity to.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on the,
We'll be getting on
Jeffrey-
record,
uh,
but go ahead.
yes, ma'am, on Jeffrey Torrez, and that's cause number
674368.
67436. Yes, ma'am. The state is going to tender if they have not a dismissal in that case.
Yes, sir. That's the one I'm just talking about. There is an issue and the state's going to be able to fix it in a minute, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll get on record. Okay, that's okay. We'll have to redo some paperwork. You ready? Okay. Okay, let's get on record. Sta- Court is going to call cause number 674-368, State of Texas versus Jeffrey Charles Torres. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state. I'm going to need video on everyone. State,
I'm sorry, Judge, what does this matter?
cause number 674-368.
Okay. Yes, sir, go
Parties,
ahead.
please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
Attorney Cornelius Cox for the defendant.
Jeffrey Torres
And-
here, ma'am.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that defendant Jeffrey Torres is in this court session with his attorney. We're here for a trial announcement on record, call docket. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Judge, the state is not ready. We've submitted a dismissal on this case.
Defense,
We have no objection to that, Judge. We have no objection to that.
thank you, counsel. State's court is going to share the court's screen. State, you can see the course record, screen, and sorry.
Yes, Judge.
Defense,
Yes, Your Honor, I can see it.
okay, and Mr. Torres?
Yes, ma'am, I can see you.
The state has tendered a motion to dismiss on this case. I am signing it. You shall get a copy of this probably through your attorney, and you are free to go. Thank you very much for being
Thank you,
here.
Judge.
And
May I be
counsel,
excused,
thank
Judge?
you so much. You and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Yeah,
Thank
have a
you.
good weekend.
Your Honor, when you have a moment, may I approach?
Yes, give me 2 seconds, please. Attorney Rocha, would you please approach?
Yes, Judge, I conferred with my client, George Rodriguez, and he has decided that he would like a trial in this case. There's a little bit of discovery that we're still missing with regard to the breath test instrument. And so we'll get that motion filed unless the DA has a standing order that's already, that they comply with.
Oh, thank you so much. If you just hang on 2 seconds, I asked for Attorney Rocha to
Oh,
approach.
my apologies, my apologies.
Not a problem, not a problem at all. Attorney Rocha, I'd like to invite you to confer with my court coordinator. She has some information here that I've been waiting for concerning communication regarding court date. It is. We're recording. Okay. Yes. So I'd like for you to go ahead because I'm on. Okay. So I'd like for you to go ahead and confer with her before we continue on your matter.
Regarding what, Your Honor?
You had indicated that you had not received notice of
That
this.
is correct, Your
session.
Honor.
I'd like for you to go ahead and confer with her on this matter. Okay.
Okay, Your Honor.
Why you did not receive or on your claim of not receiving
Oh, it is a
information.
claim that it's verifiable, Your Honor. I did not receive an official notice from this court that a hearing was going to be held today.
Yes,
We received an official notice yesterday, which was less than 24 hours from right now.
not a problem. You have stated that.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have heard that.
Great.
What I need for you to do
Yes, Your Honor.
is go and talk with my court coordinator regarding that matter,
Okay, Your Honor.
regarding that particular claim.
Sure.
If you will indulge that, okay, because I've been waiting to gather information on your claims, as you saw, right? And so I wish for you to go talk with her before we
Sure.
continue, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Okay. Attorney Cruella?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. State, can you pull up cause number 686-399?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 686-399, State of Texas versus George T. Rodriguez. Attorneys and attorneys only, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
Monica Corella for defendant.
And counsel, I see that we have a Stephen Beretta as the retained counsel on this case.
Yes, Your Honor, he's the managing partner of our law firm.
Okay. We're here for pretrial conference hearing today, the 15th of Thursday, the 15th of September, 2022. State, please proceed.
This is a San Antonio Police Department case. An offer has been conveyed to defense in writing.
Defense, do you acknowledge an offer that was conveyed to you in writing by the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how are we going to dispose of this matter?
I conveyed the offer to my client and he would like to go to trial.
And what would be a trial announcement date? You have dates for the trial?
No, Judge, I guess I'm gonna have to get with your court administrator, I suppose.
Go ahead and check your court coordinator, but check your calendar. Thursday's trial announcement, and we set the trial for, we just go ahead and pick the following Monday, but our trial date, the actual going to trial would be on a Tuesday, but however, set it for Monday.
Set it for a Monday.
No, it's Thursday first. The trial announcement is on Thursdays, and
Okay.
then we go on Mondays.
Okay. Do I need to get in a different room with your court coordinator?
I need for you to check your calendar.
Oh. Looks like November 10th is a possibility, Judge.
Okay, so 10 November would be the trial announcement called docket, and the 14th of November will be trial date.
Thank you, Judge.
State, any objections?
You're on mute.
State,
I'm sorry, Judge, what was that date for trial announcement and trial?
10 November 2022, with the trial being on the 14th of November 2022.
So trial announcement, November 10th.
Yes.
And then trial November 15.
14.
On November 14.
Yes, we'll start it on the 15th. It's just when we go ahead and set it, we just set it for that date. But
Okay.
because it can change, it can change when we get the jurors.
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
Will an interpreter be needed for the defendant, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
And regarding witnesses, will the defense rely on the state's file and police reports? That's one option. File a motion is second option, or third option, have the witnesses read on record at this time.
We'll file a notice at a later time.
Okay, when will you file the motion?
10 days prior to our docket call day, so on November 1st.
You're going to file a motion requesting witnesses 10 days before the trial announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. I know who the state plans on bringing to trial, and
Oh, okay, so you wish to go ahead and rely on the state's file and police reports, or you still wish to maintain you want the 10 days before? And give me a date, please.
Judge, I'll go ahead and submit my pretrial motions. October
you-
14th.
State, when will you respond?
We will respond. Unfortunately, that doesn't really give us a whole lot of time to respond in a timely fashion.
I can have my motions filed by October 1st. We'll do Monday the 3rd. October 3rd.
State, you say defense, you say 1st of October?
Judge, the 1st is a Saturday, so I'll submit my pretrial motions October 3rd.
Okay. Defense, state,
We will have our responses by October 14.
Defense, is that timely and sufficient for you?
Yes, Your Honor, that'll be fine.
All motions and or pretrial requests will be in writing. If the court needs to arbitrate any of those motions, please make sure you set it for a hearing before trial announcement. As this court usually will not run the motions, pretrial motions with trial. Make sure to set it for Friday. State,
Yes,
have you
ma'am.
filed any? Yes, State, have you filed any motions in this case?
State has not, Your Honor.
Defense?
I believe defense filed the 404B and a Michael Morton Act request.
404B,
Yes, Judge.
and what else?
Request pursuant to MMA, Michael Morton Act.
$39.14.
Yes, Judge. I can't be positive, but I believe that they were filed. I'm gonna have to pull up the court's record to see if they were effectively done.
And does anything need to be set for hearing at this time?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
Okay. Make sure that if the discovery has not been, discovery must be set and heard before trial announcement date. State, do you have any discovery concerns or issues at this time?
I think the only one that we might have is regarding the standing breath order. We don't have any concerns about it, just that I remember Ms. Kerala saying that they would be filing that.
Standing breath discovery, the breath results test.
Yes, Judge, it's with regard to the instrument, who's been calibrating it, when the last calibration was, whether there were any issues, tolerance levels. It's the basic breath test discovery with regard to the particular instrument used in this case. If I don't know how much time the court will grant in setting this trial because it does have a complicated breath test issue. We can push the trial further out than November. It's just October. I've got 2 felony trial settings that are ripe for trial in other district courts. So I know my first available trial setting would be November, but if the breath test discovery is going to interfere with anything, maybe we kick it further out.
Well, there is a quick reference guide to fulfilling the Bexar County Standard Joint Order for Discovery of Breath Test Records for Intoxilizer 9000.
Yes, ma'am.
The state has provided that. I have several copies, well, 1 or 2 copies here. State, do you have that guidance that you can send to the defense? You're aware of this?
I will look for that so I can email it to her. I think that, and I'm sorry to speak for you, but I think that she might be referring to the amount of information that she's going to have to parse through, which is significant.
State, do you have that document to the instructions to access that?
Judge, I'm looking for that right
Yes, I
now.
have. Okay, so you'll be able to provide it to ADA Hernandez. You can also, would you like to make a copy of this so that you guys will have that? So you have not requested that?
Judge, it's part of the discovery request in the MMA, but it's not a particularly
If you can have a copy made, you can make a copy.
pled motion.
In chambers. Yes. I'm sorry, say again?
I'm sorry, Judge, what's your question?
State, State, do you have any discovery concerns or issues? You mentioned the breadth discovery test results. You have a standing, a quick reference for that to be able to access that. And you're going to provide that to defense. I also have a copy of those instructions that were provided. Notice the court, I've given a copy of that to ADA Hernandez to make copy of and be able to provide that. So in case you guys need to have it ready and handy, you can just email it. All righty, other than that, state, any other discovery concerns or issues?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All righty, so descending breath test. Effort. Will. Instructions. Okay, defense, do you have any discovery issues or concerns?
No, Judge.
So outside of this breath test records, do you have any others?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense, have you received your e-discovery
Yes, Judge.
information?
Not a copy of the information, no.
Does your head hurt?
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
With the information that you received, do you have you been able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and charges against him sufficient to waive arraignment?
Yes, Judge.
Do you waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court admonishes the parties and orders that parties exercise due diligence to ensure that discovery does not impede the execution of trial on set date of 14 November 2022. Defense to exercise due diligence to notify defendant of the next court date, barring any motions that you may set for a hearing. The next court date for this defendant and the defendant must be in person will be the 10th of November 2022. If the defendant does decide to accept the state's offer, defense will tender a jury waiver immediately and set this matter for a plea within 2 to 3 weeks. State, do you acknowledge the court's admonishments and order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have the defendant's email address?
I do, Judge.
Okay, will you email that to the court coordinator today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I ask, what do we need the email address for?
Case setting form
Yes, Judge.
is to the court coordinator. Please email it. State, anything further on this matter?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Anything further, defense?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you okay with the email address, or did you want your client to come in and pick up the case setting form?
I can email it to him, Your Honor. I'll send you the email so that your coordinator can send it to him. I'm looking for it right now, but I do have it.
Thank you. Barring any subject to your objections, the court understands that cause number 686-399, State of Texas versus George T. Rodriguez. This matter will be resolved by trial on the 14th day of November 2022 with a trial announcement date of 10 November 2022. No interpreter is needed for this defendant. Regarding witnesses, the defense will file motions on 3 October 2022. And the state will respond by the 14th of October 2022, so ordered. This is a San Antonio Police Department case. Arrest, all motions and pretrial requests will be in writing. Any that must be arbitrated by this court, heard by this court, must be set for a hearing on a Friday. The state has not filed any motions in this matter. The defense has filed a 404B and a 39.4 article 39.14 request or motion regarding discovery. Regarding discovery issues. Oh, but this defense does not have anything to, does not wish to set anything at this time for a hearing. Regarding discovery issues, the state mentioned the standing breath test records and will email instructions for access to those records results to defense. Also, this court provided ADA Hernandez a copy of the instructions that have been received from the state, provided to the court, and he's made copies of those. Defense has the same discovery concerns regarding the breath test records and nothing else outside of that. They have received the e-discovery as well as the information and does waive arraignment for the defendant on behalf of the defendant. Defense also acknowledged receipt of an offer with an expiration date conveyed in writing. And both the defense and the state have acknowledged the court's admonishments and order. And defense will email the defendant's email address to the court coordinator today. State, any objections to the court's recitation?
No objection, Your Honor.
Defense?
No objection, Judge.
Alrighty, as you know, the judge's notes are in the court's file for access by the state and defense. If there being nothing else on this matter, defense will be looking for that email address for your client. We're off record on this matter. Thank you much.
Thank you,
So,
Judge. May I be excused?
Yes. Attorney Strickland.
Yes, Your Honor.
State, if you pull up cause number 674-4479. Oh. If you would. Deputy. This is dead. State, did you hear me? If you pull up clause number 674, 479, are you ready on that one?
Yes, Judge.
It's dead. Needs to be replaced. Let's get on record. And cause number, the court is going to call cause number 674, 479, State of Texas versus Gerardo, or is it Gerardo de los Santos? Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with this date.
This is Joseph Strickland for Mr. De Los Santos, who's present with us on Zoom also, Judge.
And Ling Han for the state.
You have the other one? Leave it. And Gerardo de los Santos, is it Gerardo or Gerardo?
It's Gerardo. Yes, ma'am. I'm also here.
Alrighty, let the record reflect that the defendant is on this, in this court session with his attorney. Counsel, defense, we were here earlier today. I believe that the attorney that appeared for the defendant was a indicated to Shafir for the defendant, representing the defendant was a Carly Taylor
Yes, Your Honor.
this morning. And we are set for a trial announcement, call docket. Got on record and defense at that time stated they were not, the state stated they were ready, announced ready, and defense announced not ready. And when asked for whether that they were going to, they indicated they were working on a plea or working out with the state. When asked for a plea date, not really too sure what happened, but filed that, received a motion for continuance. And we set that matter for the 16th of September, 2022, which is tomorrow, for a hearing. Are you here for the motion for continuance at this time now, counsel?
No, Your Honor, we've talked with ADA Han a bit, and we really just need to get this case set for a plea date.
Okay, and that's what I was asking for, within 2 to 3 weeks, and we also need a motion to a jury waiver. And has that been processed
No, I don't know how to get that, Judge.
already?
Sent to me by the court, or?
I will, we do have that document by Adobe Sign. I'll put you in the breakout room with the court coordinator to make that happen. And so what should I do with the motion for continuance that has been filed in this case, sir?
That can be disregarded or denied, or however you want to handle that, Judge.
So you wish for me to go ahead and disregard, or are you withdrawing this motion for continuance?
We're withdrawing that, Your Honor.
I have noted that this motion for continuance has been withdrawn by the defense. And so defense, will your wish to go ahead and place this on a, for plea, what date do you have?
October 7th would be great, Judge.
Okay. All right. Does the state have the email address for the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
Okay.
And I've just sent my email address and Mr. De Los Santos's email address to your coordinator, Judge.
Okay.
And Mr. Strickland, can you also just send me, oh, there it is. Never mind, thank you.
Sure.
Alrighty, counsel, I'm going to go ahead and place you and your client in a breakout room with the court coordinator so that we can get that jury waiver done. And if there's nothing further from there, along with the case reset form, of course. Sir, along with that, you and your client can be excused from there, okay?
Thank
If
you,
there's
Judge.
nothing further from the state on this matter,
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
defense,
No, Your Honor.
alrighty, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Rocha,
Yes, Your Honor. Are we back on the record?
I will go get back on the record. We're going to get back on the ADA Han, you have cause number 652-322.
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty. And we're going to go ahead and get back on record on cause number 652-322, State of Texas versus David Ibarra. Defense, I believe that we were discussing a trial announcement on record is what the matter is set for today. The state had announced ready and you had announced not ready, and you have submitted a motion for continuance that was dated yesterday.
That is
And
correct,
accepted.
Your Honor. In addition to a motion to withdraw, it's the second motion to withdraw, given that my client is not wanting to be representing him and wants to not.
And that's the motion, okay. So sorry. You're gonna have to repeat that. Yes. Okay. Counsel, sorry, we'll have to repeat it. The microphone wasn't on for the council. Council, we're here for trial announcement in which you have announced, the state had announced ready and you have announced not ready.
That is correct, Your Honor. I have announced not ready because I have not received notice of this hearing. I received notice less than 24 hours ago, not at least even 3 days prior to this particular setting.
Mhm.
And I was set in different courts all morning long. In order to avoid my client to lose a whole entire day sitting in the courtroom, I asked for that continuance to be granted. In addition to that, I filed a motion to withdraw, a second motion to withdraw, because my client does not want me to represent him anymore and would like another counsel to be appointed. And thirdly, we have a motion to recuse that's also waiting for a hearing.
Yes, sir. And with regard to the so in that regard, counsel, I'm going to deal with the motion to withdraw first before we deal with the.
Which I know that if is granted, then the other motions wouldn't proceed.
Yes, sir. Counsel, you're stating on record that the reason that you're filing the motion to withdraw is because because Mr. Ibarra does not wish for you to represent him?
That is one of the reasons, Your Honor. In that same motion, I do have other reasons. So the first one is he would like another attorney to represent him. The second one is he does not want me to represent him as his legal counsel. And many differences have arisen between us that frustrate the ends of the attorney-client relationship, and I can no longer provide effective assistance of counsel.
All right. And counsel, you understand that in your motion to withdraw, that none of that is stated here, and Mr. Ibarra has not signed it.
I understand that he has not signed it. However, those words are in that motion.
The only thing that is in this motion is ethical concerns. Movement states that they're ethical considerations.
That is correct, Your Honor, for the order, not the motion. The motion states that there are not only moral considerations, but irreconcilable differences that have arisen between both of us that frustrate the ends of the attorney-client relationship. Now, for his protection and for the fact that still be going to need another attorney, we are asking for this court to consider those arguments of counsel. Do you need me to have him sign it?
No, I just, if you would go ahead and review.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you have reviewed your motion?
I have reviewed my motion, Your Honor. It's the same motion that I have submitted to the court. And it's the second motion that I've submitted to this court, given the fact that my client does not want me to represent him. And he is willing to sign that if the court would like that. He is also present.
Counsel, you were given an opportunity to confer with my court coordinator,
I did, Your Honor.
and in conferring with her, you have stated one of your reasons, well, that's for motion for continuance under that it was because you did not receive notice within 24 hours. You received
I'm
20.
sorry, Your Honor, which, are you still speaking on the motion to withdraw or are you speaking on another motion?
I'm speaking on another motion.
Which motion?
With the one regarding the motion for continuance, which I'm going to correct myself. On the second motion to withdraw as counsel, I am going to go ahead. I've heard the argument of counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have heard your argument. I am going to go ahead and take your argument and the document that has been presented in front of me into consideration at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that because he's been asking for this for a while now.
And counsel, I will at this time, so I'm going to take that into consideration and I will make a
Thank you.
decision about that. I need to check a couple of things on that matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then you are here right now representing him. We're here for a trial announcement
That
today.
is correct, Your Honor.
Righty. And so you have put in a motion for continuance.
That is correct, Your
For
Honor.
it. In your motion for continuance, you cite that you had not received any notice. You cite that you did not receive notice in a timely fashion.
That is correct.
You recite that you received that notice on the
Yesterday. less than
Yesterday.
24 hours ago.
and counsel, you conferred with my court coordinator.
I did, Your Honor.
And my court coordinator indicated to you that she had sent you an email requesting for a date.
Your Honor, there was an exchange of emails and there was also an exchange of phone calls. However, there was never a confirmation of the date and or time. Granted, it might have been a matter of me assuming that the court would follow through with their administrative processes and send me a notice. And perhaps it was my misunderstanding that I needed to make sure and confirm with the court that they will eventually in the future give me a setting. But a setting was never sent. A setting was sent yesterday, 24 hours prior to today. And I was able to take care of almost every single one of my other hearings that were in person that are delineated in that motion to continue. However, I knew that my client was once more waiting in this courtroom since before 9 a.m. without being able to go home, without being able to go to work, and just waiting for something to happen. And because I hadn't received another reset, I am here urging you to not only grant the motion to withdraw, but also making sure that the court understands that notice was not given. And we're not ready to go to trial
Because you did not receive that notice.
because of all those reasons that I have delineated, in addition to the fact that we've already submitted a motion to recuse to disqualify this court in this case.
Yes. And counsel,
Yes, Your Honor.
the court coordinator indicated in an email to you that they were waiting for you to acknowledge a trial setting, a reset for this.
Your Honor, if you would like to bring your court coordinator and put her under oath, I would be more than happy to ask questions as well.
Mhm.
However, it was clear on the exchange of emails that there was no confirmation of date. My office did not receive notice of this hearing until less than 24 hours ago.
Okay.
Nonetheless, I am here, still urging this court to allow me to withdraw from this case and letting my client go back to his family and be able to go back to work if he's able to do so at 4:18 p.m. after being here all day.
Sir, on the 15th of August,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you aware of that particular email?
I am aware of that date, Your Honor. I do not recall what emails you are referring to.
Okay. Let me share my screen with you.
Sure, please.
Let me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she review this email with you?
I responded to that email. You should have a response from that, stating that today and next week would be impossible for me to have a trial announcement and be set for a trial by jury on this particular case, in addition to the fact that my client does not want me to represent him.
Counsel,
Yes, Your Honor.
let me share with you my screen again.
Your Honor, I fail to recognize what is it that the court would like for me to acknowledge. I have already acknowledged that there was an exchange of emails between the court and my office. However, there was never a confirmation. There was never a notice of hearing. There was never any type of setting that was given by the court to me, telling me at what time and on what day I was supposed to show up, and telling my client at what day and at what time he was supposed to show up until yesterday, less than 24 hours ago.
No, not a problem. Counsel, here is an email. You said you responded to the email on the 15th of August.
I don't know which email you're referring to, Your Honor.
No, you said you responded to this.
No, that
email.
was not the email you showed me earlier, Your Honor.
You responded to this email.
Yes, Your Honor, I did respond to that email, Your Honor.
And counsel, if you look at this right here, I believe that
Your Honor,
this-
if you scroll up, you'll see that there was another email between that. But Your Honor, I don't know if you like to continue cross-examining this matter, but the fact still remains that this court never sent me any type of notice for today's hearing or any trial by jury that's gonna be next week.
Okay. So,
In fact, I received that after I had already submitted my motion to withdraw.
you receive what?
The setting for today. after I have submitted a motion to withdraw,
Right,
because this case was still pending on the docket.
okay. All righty. But this one right here from you on the 22nd, there's nothing written on here.
Well, Your Honor, I don't know what you're referring to, but. if
This
there was
email right
nothing
here
written,
that you
I would
talked about.
expect the court to call me or send another email saying, why is there anything on the email? Why is the email blank? However, I did not receive any of that.
Oh, okay, all righty. But you say, you notice that it just says
Your
hello.
Honor, I mean.
You
an
note that.
Exchange of emails regarding the fact that there was some dates that we spoke about is not constitute notice.
Sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all righty. I will go ahead and take the motion for continuance. I will go ahead and take that into consideration. And the motion to withdraw, I will take into consideration. And in doing so, the motion for continuance, I will go ahead and also continue this to, well, we have Monday. So, and I do have cases set already. So you will hear from me probably on Monday regarding these two matters, okay?
Your Honor, if it would help the administration of the court in moving the docket, I can tell you that your court coordinator gave me the date of October the 13th as a very possible date for us to come back and have a trial announcement. However, I do not believe that by that time, my not ready is going to change to ready because my client does not want me to represent him. In addition to that, there's still a motion to recuse that needs to be resolved.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Absolutely. That's why I'm saying come back on Monday.
Your Honor, you want me to come back on Monday to receive an answer from this court?
Yes.
At what time, Your Honor?
Probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Would that work for you, sir?
I don't know, Your Honor, if I will work for me. Let me check my calendar.
Please check your calendar.
You know, Your Honor, I would do my best, but I am set for a trial on the merits on a CPS hearing earlier that day that might go over. Your Honor, I mean.
No, I
you can send me an
understand.
order and either just tell me it's been denied or not denied.
Right.
It's still, the fact still remains that the motion to recuse needs to be heard. It needs to be heard.
Yes, sir.
In addition to that, in the.
On the motion to
is not
withdraw.
gonna change. I
Okay.
would submit a third one and a fourth after that.
Okay. All righty. Okay, I will go ahead and on Monday, you let me know. I've given you the time of 1 o'clock.
Do you need my client to be here and use part of this? work?
As far as for the motion to withdraw, you are the movement on that one.
Yes. Your
I
Honor.
will excuse your client from being here on
Perfect.
Monday.
Before we excuse my
Your client.
client, would you like for him to sign that so that the court would feel more comfortable?
Counsel? On this, your motion, you have presented it
Your
to the
Honor,
court.
I am very happy with what I submitted. If not, I wouldn't have submitted it.
Okay,
However,
all right.
if the court would like for my client to sign it, I will have my client sign it.
Counsel, it's your motion.
Yes, Your Honor. Would the court feel more comfortable if he signs it?
Counsel, it's your motion.
Sure. Mr. Rivera, would you like to sign this so that the court can tell that you do not want me to represent you in this matter? You can sign it both in the motion and you can sign it in the bottom of the order.
Counsel,
Yes, Your Honor.
you guys can use the defense table.
I'm sorry?
You can use the defense table. Welcome you to defense table.
No, don't send it there. She doesn't want us to be here. Can you send it over here? In the bottom, put your name and sign it, please. And then you can sign. words, agreed block letters.
Attorney Hadi Khan. We're not off record yet. Council state anything further on the cause number 6? Six five two 322.
Judge, was that Mr. Rocha's case?
David Ivara, yes. Anything further?
Judge, I believe that Mr. Bosa said this best at our last hearing on this, that the state agrees with Mr. Rocha that making the defendant have an attorney that he does not wish to represent him doesn't seem like it would be in the best interest of justice of the community. And the state is not opposed to Mr. Rocha's motion for continuance or his motion to withdraw.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
May I
state.
approach?
Anything further on this matter, sir?
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Here, the motion and the order signed by my client. Your Honor.
Council, did you want to add anything to the order? Did you want to add anything to the order?
Today's date.
No, did you want to add anything? Because all I needed was a motion.
Your Honor, you handed me the motion.
Yeah, that's the
You're
order.
asking me about the
Oh,
order.
the order, sorry. Papers, I got a little bit mixed up.
Here's the motion, Your Honor.
Council, if you approach. If you'll take a look, could you go ahead and place it in order, please? Do you have anything further on this matter, sir?
Your Honor, this was an order. Okay. No, Your Honor, just, I
Thank you.
was hoping that this court would please allow me to withdraw.
We're off record on this matter. Attorney Hadi Khan.
Hey, Judge, I'm right here, present.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, the um, mm, mm, mhm. Mm. Council, if I could go ahead and get that, that's the next setting. Please print hard or sign.
Your Honor, I don't know if you need a record for this, but I do.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Thank you.
Let's get back. Attorney Hadi Khan, just a second. Let's get back on record on cause number 652-322, State of Texas versus David Ibarra. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court. Bring your client up.
Ling Han for the state.
Jose Rocha for David Ibarra. Your Honor, the court has.
Hang on
just
2
handed-
seconds. David, are you David Ibarra?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court with his court session with his attorney. Counsel, you wanted a record. I handed you a case reset form.
Yes, Your Honor. The court handed me that case reset form. I want to make sure that it is abundantly clear that the defendant is excused for that setting, that it's only me that's going to be showing up, so that he does not have to lose another day of work for
Sir,
being here in today's court.
counsel, I'd like for you to read the comments.
I read it, Your Honor, and I
Please
just
read
want
it
to
out
make
loud.
sure that it is,
Please
that is
read
the case.
Please read it out loud, what the comments say.
It says defendant is excused, and then there's scribbles. I'm guessing.
What
this
is
your
scribble?
signature?
What does the scribble indicate?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Okay, allow me to go ahead and interpret it
Thank
for
you.
you. That's my initial.
Oh, great. So that he is excused, correct?
That's what the comments say. Yes, sir, it is.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
And
I'll
that
sign it
was-
and send it back.
And that was on record before.
Yes, I understand that, however. for-
Okay, and
for
you have
abundance of
received-
Caution, Your Honor. I want that because you're asking my client to also sign.
Yes,
So I wanted to make sure that he. and this
Understood.
is also-
it was excused before. I stated it on record before. I provided you a document
Yes,
to
ma'am.
ensure that you have a case resetting form, and I noted it in the comments, and I initialed it. And then we now have a record of it.
Yes, you still need
And-
his signature as well?
I need for that case setting form to be completely filled out, but
With
where I
his
have exit,
signature as well.
where I have exit, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Let
Your
me
Honor.
go ahead and interpret that for you, counsel.
You're gonna interpret that?
Well, I mean, if you want me to point out to you,
Your Honor, I
Okay,
just
so-
want to make sure that he needs to sign it, that's all.
well, it's indicated there. Let me go ahead and make sure that there's no question in your
There's no
mind.
question, Your Honor.
There's
I
no
just need
question?
An answer from the court, whether or not you want me to have my client sign it, since he's not gonna be here.
Allow me to have the document.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have X here. I have X where I need, and it says defendant signature, attorney signature, attorney to print his name. Here is for the attorney's phone number. The defendant needs to provide his phone number, and the defendant needs to provide email address. Any other questions?
No, Your Honor, as long as that's abundantly. clear.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're off record. Attorney Hadi Khan,
Good afternoon, Judge.
sorry for that delay, sir.
No problem.
Let us proceed. Attorney. Okay, Attorney Khan, you were here, we're back on record, I believe. Where is Mr. Rowe?
You should be in the courtroom, I believe. I saw him there.
Could you go ahead and step outside, see if he is still here? Ms. Luna, would you step out here, please?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Rowe. Call Michael Edward Rowe.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes. If you just hang on 2 seconds, Mr. Roach. I need for you to go ahead and verify, because in your email exchange, you indicated that there may have been some confusion regarding the email address for the defendant, correct? Make sure to go ahead and confirm that you have correct email addresses.
And it was the same email that I confirmed with you right now in the chambers. The email that I sent you, and it's also written on the form.
I'll send you an email.
No, before he leaves, I need for you to confirm, because you said that you had a wrong email
So
address.
I'm gonna send him an email and then I'm gonna have him reply right now.
Okay,
So that we
all right.
Okay,
Get on my-
Your Honor.
Did you want to wait for your client?
Can wait for later. Check your phone so that you.
Mr. Rowe, please approach. Thank you. We're going to get on record. Court is calling cause number 663-565, State of Texas versus Michael Edward Rowe. This matter is, parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state. State, could you hear me?
Yes, Judge.
Would you announce state?
Ling Han for the state.
Hadi Khan for the defense, present with counsel.
And are you Michael Edward Rowe? Yes, ma'am. Need to speak just a little louder.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All righty. Counsel, you can hear your client?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. We were here earlier today for a trial announcement on record. The state, at the time, you announced ready state, correct? On this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
And defense, before announcing, you stated that you wanted to examine the court file.
That's correct, Judge.
And after examining it, you submitted today a motion to continue.
Yes, Your Honor.
So defense, you are announcing not ready?
That's it's a for the purpose of a continuance. Yes, we would like a continuance, Judge.
Okay, so you're announcing not ready. State, do you have a copy of the motion to continue? It was electronically filed today, electronically filed and accepted today, around about 12:56.
Judge, again, like the other one, if it was e-filed, it was served probably properly, but I am not privy to that.
So State, are you telling me that all the motions that the attorneys have been, the defense has been filing, you do not have copies of them because you do not have access to this, the service email address for the state for this court?
Judge, I just learned what the login is today. I don't know how to log into 2 different Outlook accounts. I haven't had time to even try and Google it today. I'm sorry.
So my question is, so then all the motions that the defense has filed and has sent by service, by e-file, not only today, but previously, you have not had them?
That's correct, Judge.
Defense,
Yes, Judge.
defense, it indicates here that you actually sent this directly to the state.
I believe I included Miss Ling Han's email, ling.han@bear.org. I believe I included that as one of the service recipients for the purposes of e-discovery or e-notice for the e-notice serving. So
Thank you. I'm looking for it right now.
does the state have two email accounts for state business? Because I only have one, ling.han@bear.org.
That is certainly a good one, so long as I'm in this court.
Is there another one for other county courts for the same?
I think it's available on the district attorney's website. There's like an e-filing email for each court. It's like DACC2. I think that's on their website. Okay, I've looked it over. I think state is not opposed to defense's motion for continuance.
We're not there yet. Just wanted to know if you received it. And attorney is defense. It is your motion. Proceed with your argument.
Your Honor, I have a conflicting setting in Harris County. I have 2 trial settings next week. And that's the reason that I'm asking for continuance on this case.
Okay. These the settings that you have, are they criminal cases?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And they are also in a county court?
Yes, Judge.
And the dates on those cases?
One is the 20th and the other one is the 22nd.
Sure. What's the offense date on those cases?
That's a good question. Let me see. So let me see if I can get the. Here, one we have, looks like it was around October 2020. And then there's another one that looks like it's around March of 2021. These are just the dates that the state has filed. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's the offense date, but we know that the data was filed, the offense date must have happened before then, on that date or before.
Sure. And so, sir, as far as so one is dated 2020.
Yes,
This,
Your Honor. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
not a problem. Sir, are you going to be attending these trial settings in person?
That is the objective. I have not attended a trial setting virtually yet. Although I heard that they happened at the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay. So, counsel, what I'm trying to determine is that this is a setting, as this would be a setting here.
Yes, that's correct, Judge. On trial settings, I make sure I'm in person.
Okay. And the thing is, counsel, are you going to be announcing at this time, or because you're announcing now? In Houston, will you be announcing at that time? Is it a called docket?
It
Or
varies. It
is
varies,
actually
Judge.
trial?
Like this court, every court has its own rules and regulations as to trial announcements. So typically it can happen tomorrow, and other times it can happen on Monday, even if for a Tuesday case. So that's where I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I've announced already on the case on Tuesday.
So you've already made your trial announcement on that one, a call docket. You've already had a call docket on that.
Well, no, not as in the official sense, like over here, like we're on the record and everything. But yeah, my intention is to either move forward or plea on the day of trial.
All right, counsel, what I will do is I will allow you to find out those details and be able to provide it to the court tomorrow before I rule on your motion for continuance. Since these are courts of equal district jurisdiction, and this matter is set here, this is a 2021 case. I do have matters that may be going to trial that may be before yours, but I will go ahead and I'm going to do my trial lineup. And so tomorrow, once we have completed that trial lineup, depending on where you end up, we will go ahead and I will rule on your motion for continuance tomorrow. So
Yes,
please make sure to go ahead and check with this court. Your client will be excused. You need to check with this court tomorrow. Okay, sir?
Thank you, Judge. And just for Mr. Rowe, for his understanding, that what the court is saying is that this case may still go to trial on Monday, and that if it does go to trial, that he needs to be on the lookout for some communication by me saying, "Hey, you need to show up on Monday." It's okay. He doesn't need to show up tomorrow, but I will need to inform him about whether or not he needs to be up here on Monday in
Yes, sir.
In your court.
And the appearance would be on Tuesday, the 20th at
Okay.
11 o'clock.
Yes, Judge.
Okay?
Thank you.
Alrighty. Okay, now I'm going to provide him a case setting form, and I'm going to go ahead and detail that. I'm going to have you be able to provide this court with information regarding the case settings, what has happened with the case in Houston, if you have announced on record that you're ready, and whether that announcement is going to take place on September 20th or not.
Yes, Judge.
All righty.
I'll do that tomorrow. Is there a time preferable for the court?
When you find out the information and you're ready to provide that, please go ahead and pop in if you need for me to. So I'm giving you the leeway. However, if you wish for me to set a time for you, I'll be more than glad to.
Thank you, Judge. No, I'll try to get it done as early as possible tomorrow so that I can advise the court as to what occurred.
I appreciate that, counsel. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May also, I believe there was another case, Andy Guafaro Barrios.
If you hang on 2 seconds, let me get off the record on this matter. And State, do
Judge.
you have anything further on this matter?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Counsel, defense?
Nothing further.
We're off record on 633-565.
Your Honor, may I approach?
For what purpose?
I have the confirmation of the email that you were requesting from my client, and that's also been filed into your record.
Counsel, that was for the, I wanted to make sure because there was an indication. If she has that information,
Yes, Your Honor,
you guys
just
have it, file it.
It has been filed.
Okay,
Your
thank
Honor,
you.
may I be excused my
Yes.
client as well? Thank
Yes.
you.
Sir, would you have a seat right there? I'm gonna go ahead and do this case setting form, and then I'll be right with you, okay? Counsel, you said you had another case?
Yes, Your Honor. It was Andy Guafaro Barrios.
What's that cause number, sir?
It is
Number 7? Okay, the docket number on it is
the 7th on the list, Judge, I believe.
number 7, yes, sir. It's cause number 650128. State, can you pull that up?
Yes, Judge, I have it.
Counsel, with this matter set for pretrial conference hearing?
I'm not sure, Judge. I remember getting appointed to this in May or so, and then there was some issues with,
Don't have video.
well, I'm not, let me see if I have the video. What I do see is difficulties trying to get in contact with the accused. I've tried to, I don't believe I was given any numbers, or if I was given a number, it didn't work. Then I went about an independent investigation to try to determine the contact.
Something wrong with your
information.
video, counsel?
No, Judge.
Okay,
On my back,
It
oh,
wasn't
you know
showing.
what it is? I was using this, the phone to look at the file.
Please,
What,
go ahead.
what
Proceed.
happened was, I'm not sure if I was given a phone contact or a good address, but if I was given a phone number, which I don't believe I was, but it's possible that somebody from the court gave me a phone number. I tried it and it wouldn't have worked. I went about an independent investigation to determine the contact information for this individual. And as of today, I have been unsuccessful in establishing contact.
Counsel, do you have a headache?
No, Judge.
Okay.
It's 5 o'clock. It's getting a little late.
Yes, sir, it is, and we would like to be able to go ahead and move along with this. Okay, counsel, will some more time, so you will not be able to waive arraignment on behalf of this defendant?
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
Mhm.
I would ask if the court will allow it some additional time to try to locate Mr. Guafaro Barrios.
Counsel, can I give you to the 26th of September to do that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. We will go ahead and do a sort of rearrangement for this defendant. The defendant must be present on the 26th of September.
26.
If you do locate the defendant on or before the 26th of September, counsel, have them come in and present themselves in person to the court. Although okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I
All
will.
right, but right now we'll go ahead and on your behest, reset this for the 26th for you to give it the old college try or give her a try to
Yes, sir.
locate your client.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'm sure I certainly appreciate the court's patience, and I know that Mr. Guafaro Barrios certainly would appreciate it as well. And I
Okay.
hope we'll be in contact with him by the 26th of September.
All right. Okay, counsel, you had reviewed the court file on the other one. Allow me to go ahead and put you in with the court coordinator to see if she has any other information to share with you regarding this, your client's
Honor.
information. Thank you.
Thank you.
And from there, counsel, you are excused.
Yes,
And
Judge.
we'll get your case reset form on that one, okay?
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Attorney Stetson,
Yes, Judge. We should be ready for a plea. We should be ready for a plea.
I don't know if I have do you have the documents? What's your schedule look like tomorrow morning?
Terrible. I've already emailed the 399th, 175th that I would be late.
Oh, so you're gonna be right here next door?
I will, but I may not be here till like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, honestly.
Mhm.
I have 2 8:30 a.m. jail courts. I have 3 MTRs, and they're all felony MTRs. Next door's sex offender violation registration MTR, and it's for a plea. And the 175th is for a plea for MTR racing on highway with bodily injury.
Mhm.
144th, I'm trying to reset, but then Monica's on vacation, so I'm covering Monica's cases tomorrow, and I have my own county court, 2 county court 5 cases, 1 county court 8. So I'll be here, I'll be in person. I can't tell you when I'll be here, but he signed it. If he's available, if we can come here in the afternoon, I'll be here in the afternoon like I was here today. You don't want to be here this late on a Friday, but I will be here as soon as possible. I can.
Mhm.
Promise.
Okay, and it's Friday. Okay. Does Monday look any better?
I don't have Monica's schedule yet for Monday, but probably unless we could do afternoon Friday.
Yeah, okay. So what time, you're saying around about 1:30, 2
Let me
o'clock?
double check the calendar because sometimes she
Sure.
has CPS cases. Let me double check. And Your Honor, on the plea paperwork, in order to try to expedite the plea on the personal data sheet, I put in his name, I put his address, the information I had. And then when I sent it to him to finish it, he didn't have the option to fill it in. So can I use a personal data sheet and let him fill in?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
All right, there's no CPS tomorrow. Let's do 1:30. 1:30 tomorrow.
I'm gonna put you for 2 o'clock in case you need to take a breather, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All righty. Okay. Okay. State, I think that takes care of everything today on the Juarez case. We're going to recall that for tomorrow for a plea. So let's make sure that we have that plea paperwork all done already. So on the Juarez case tomorrow, recall for tomorrow. And I believe we're done today. Okay, thank you so much for hard work.
Thank you very much, Judge. We'll see you tomorrow.
Righty,
Real quick
and,
question. Tomorrow we have a speedy trial motion. Do you want us to be in person for that?
You can,
Okay, great.
and probably be best. And then the thing about it, please, you'll check into that DC2, CC2.
Yes, yes. I think that we got it sorted out. I just don't know how to do it when it's not the court computer. But I will endeavor to find out.
Gotcha. Okay,
Thank you,
thank you.
Judge.
Alrighty. Have a good night.
And Mr. What is not being excused?
No, I gotta do the reset.
Okay.
Okay.